Hi y'all, so by popular demand, I am doing the paint splatter tutorial. I did a paint splatter and posted it on all my platforms on this past Friday, yesterday, and a lot of people were asking, could you do a video or is there any way you can do a step-by-step? So here it is. It's going to be a little different if you're doing it on someone else's nails or on press-ons. If you're doing it on press-ons, just you're going to use the dotting tools in one color and then cure it all at one time and then change the next color. So what I recommend is having a bigger dotting tool. You can always change it up later if you feel like something else works for you. Definitely change it to your comfort. I use a bigger dotting tool at the end, and then I use a smaller dotting tool. That's it for tools. And the smaller dotting tool is so I can pull it out and make those splatters and make the paint drips and so on. Do whatever base color you want. Yesterday I did a yellow base coat. You can do any base coat you want. You can do clear. It's up to you. Play around with it. Then I recommend having a palette. If you don't have a palette, you might have parchment paper, you might have aluminum foil. Use whatever you have to make your palette. You don't necessarily have to go out and buy something. I've used aluminum foil several times. It works perfectly. And then go ahead and spread out your color choice. You can do the same color choice as me, or you can do a totally different one. It's up to you. You are the artist of your nails. Let's create. Then what I do is I restart this one. So in between the colors, have some isopropyl or acetone on the side, which I do, and clean your dotting tools, otherwise it will get muddy. Another recommendation I have is to cure in between colors, unless like you're doing a color up here, down here, and then a color up here, then they shouldn't, unless you're using a polish that'll run together, they shouldn't run together and you should be okay. But I just cure in between. This way it doesn't get muddied and it doesn't look like the colors are merging and so on and so forth. So I just take the big dotting tool and I make a splatter. Sometimes you have to go in and get a couple, dip it in a couple more times. Just make sure that you do drag it out and stuff, and that it's not just a big clump of nail polish, because if it is, it'll cure with wrinkles or with other stuff that you just don't want. It won't cure as well. So just try and thin it out. If you need to come back with the color, because I recommend using colors that are opaque and that you only have to use one. I recommend using colors that you only have to use one time and you don't have to build up. Like these are pretty good, because otherwise you have to go in the same motion and stuff. And then I take my little dotting tool, and if I have enough of this pink color, I just go ahead and smear it out. I'm gonna zoom in so y'all can see a little bit better. I just go ahead and smear it out, and if I don't, I can go ahead and dip it back in and then just make these little drips. Now this is my dominant hand that I am painting, so it's not as good and not as accurate, so I apologize. That's why I'm saying the steps too. And that's it. Just get the splat